I hate being insecure. Today I'm going to talk about why I feel myself very insecure in this life. Even the work environment, school, and other places as well. It's a very complicated topic, so let's delve into it. It doesn't appear suddenly, it doesn't shout, it doesn't crash into your life, and mostly the true small ones, moments you didn't even realize it matter, they create a version of you that questions every you make. Being insecure means constantly scanning your surroundings for signs that something is wrong, even when everything is fine. It means replaying conversations long after they have ended. It means apologizing too often, adapting too quickly, and trusting too slowly. It feels like carrying an invisible weight that only you can feel. And because nobody else sees it, they don't understand why it is exhausting. Actually, it doesn't come from my own perspective. It comes from my own thoughts. Every time, whenever I'm watching YouTube videos, just trying to upload the videos, I feel myself really insecure. Why? Because nobody's watching my videos and nobody's trying to talk with me. And when I'm going to a supermarket, nobody knows me. I'm not a famous person. That's a basic reason I wasn't any famous person even in my university years, and nobody's talking about me. Ensari Ceylan is very famous. I have even 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. That's the basic reason why I'm complaining about the life, why I'm just saying about why I'm insecure and recording this video like that. But it's really understandable, right? Every time, every moment, I want to feel something. I want to achieve something, but I couldn't be success on it. That's the reason why I'm complaining and still surrounding the same questions and just giving the same answers to it. Right? Mostly, sometimes you don't even realize how insecure you are until someone asks a simple questions like, "Are you okay?" And the truth is, you don't know. I also feel like nobody asks me a question like, "Am I okay?" Like, "Am I just doing well? Am I doing the things rightly?" Or just like, "Am I happy in my life?" Mostly the answer is very complicated. I wouldn't say yes, but I also at the same time wouldn't say no. I am in the middle and just being elaborate for the situation, just being accustomed with that, and it is understandable. The about it is okay. It's really okay. Because if you are going to complain about a situation, people going to judge you. Why you are complaining about the situation? Everybody is same. Everybody is experiencing the same circumstances. That's the reason why you are not different from us. Despite from all the bad things, all the wicked things, all the weak people, you need to get used to this feeling. Even being insecure, it doesn't give you a guarantee you will change your situation. But first, you need to accept the situation. The first moment, at the first, you had to understand the situation. Because the worlds make the man weaker in nowadays and giving a lot of attention to girls. That's the reason why the man is falling, especially in nowadays. Where it comes from, chapter 2. Insecurity almost never comes from nowhere. It has roots, and these roots often being in childhood. Even if the memories feel distant or blurry, maybe someone constantly compared you to others, maybe you grew up feeling like nothing you did was ever good enough, maybe you learned early on that affection depends on performance and approval depends on perfection. Well, every time when I feel like I need to be perfect on something, I need to achieve the things on my own, and I need to maximize. Even the optimization isn't enough for that. If I don't maximize myself, even a game Crisis 2 or Crisis 1, it was a very good game. Maybe some people have played it before. The first reason is coming from the performance. We are living in a very performance-based society. If you want to achieve something, if you want to get attention, probably you need to be perfect on something and you need to show the society. Even we are living a fake reality, fake things. All the videos, all the influencers, all the content creators, all the artists are just getting made by the AI. Everything is replaced by the AI. Every time the virtual reality has change our life and it replaced with the real things, and we are falling with love with the virtual reality rather than the real reality. The reality is lost its meaning anymore. Is it okay? Yeah, mostly it's okay. That's the reason why I'm just complaining about the situation a lot, because I don't want to feel myself very disqualified from this world. I don't want to get disqualified. It's a very bad experience and it's a very bad thing in our lives. You being shaping your personality around that feels safe. You avoid expressing opinions because someone else loved you. You avoid taking risks because someone else pushed your mistakes. You avoid asking help because someone else made you feel foolish for not knowing something. These experiences form an invisible blueprint one you unconsciously follows for years. Mostly the things people just coming into you and they are saying you are unsuccessful, you have a lot of drawbacks, you have a lot of mistakes, and it is better to give up. Well, I'm gonna say the truth, brother. If I give up, I will lose. But if I don't give up, if I just continue to boxing with someone else on the ring, I have a still chance rather than just giving up. If I give up, I will lose my chance. If I just continue to fight, probably I have a chance. Even it's a little, time by time, it will grow and it will be one big chance rather than a small. Okay, there's a true tiers, right? One tier. If you just calculate, if you wanna put the place between these tiers, what should be the conclusion? Was the conclusion will become 2 or no? It will be a big 1 tier rather than the 2 tiers. Okay. At the first, they were very small tiers, but you just make them combine and it became a 1 big tier. That's the reason why I wanna say you, it is better to 2 small tiers rather than just getting a 1 big tier. 1 big tier is better than the 2 small tiers. Okay. You got it. The hardest part is looking back and realizing how many moments in your life were shaped by fear instead of desire, how many opportunities you avoid, how many friendships you didn't pursue, how many dreams you bred quietly because you secretly believed you weren't worthy of them. That's what insecurity truly steals potential. Have you ever just thought that your potential is getting less because you couldn't just make your potential come true and nobody realize your potential? Every time when you are playing a chess, you have a chance to be a Alekhine, you have a chance to be a Mikhail Tal and other best chess players. Maybe I'm just giving a name to another chess player. I'm not sure, I guess forgot about it, but there are a bunch of chess players even at that moment. Mikhail Tal, Alekhine, they were the very great chess players. And when you are playing table tennis, maybe you can be like Kohei Nishi. Not the Kohei Nishi, I'm sorry, like maybe the Nishi, the famous Japanese table tennis player. Maybe if you are playing a football, maybe you can just feel yourself like a Ronaldo, Messi. Mostly the potential is just getting limited by the society, by the environments. That's the reason why you need to just keep continuing and just develop yourself, your energy. Won't be exhaust if you just continue. If you want to just put out your energy, mostly you need to follow the rules and you need to follow the society. If you just obey the society, maybe you can just get a prize, maybe you can get a souvenir in the end, but even you just follow the structures, probably you won't put anything to table. That's the reason why you need to choose your own path rather than just following someone else's path. Okay. The chapter 3, the mask we wear. People talk about insecurity as if it looks obvious, shy, quiet, hesitant. But insecure people can also be loud, funny, caring, charming, highly accomplished. Sometimes the most insecure people are the ones who seem the strongest on the outside. Because insecurity doesn't always hide behind silence, sometimes it hides behind performance. You learn to wear a mask to protect yourself. The I'm fine mask, the strong friend mask, the I don't care mask, the I am always okay mask. Every time whenever I see the people, they are just putting the mask on their faces. Whenever I see them, they are saying lies to the society, even the politicians, even the TV directors, even the porn movie stars. They are showing to society, they are experiencing the bad things, we are just struggling a lot. But mostly they are saying lies because they have the background agreements. Even famous news. Okay, maybe you are seeing someone who is just representing the news, maybe bad news, maybe they are just criticizing the prostitution, maybe they are criticizing the other politicians, but in the back end, in the back end of this program, they are getting money, and unconsciously they are just praying, they are boasting, they are praying to prostitution. Even they are criticizing the prostitution. That's the reason why even they are criticizing the OnlyFans, they are unwillingly just advertising to OnlyFans. Okay, even I'm speaking about the OnlyFans, unconditionally, unwillingly, unreluctantly, I am advertising the OnlyFans. I am just leading to OnlyFans, even I'm criticizing. That's the reason why most of the criticizers getting money from it, even the illegal jobs. The illegal jobs, the illegal people paying money to news when they want to get shine on the social media. There's sometimes the real criticizers and sometimes fake criticizers. Reality is changing a lot. It's better to get used to it rather than just complaining about the situation. Okay. Mostly these masks work so well that people assume you don't struggle at all. They never see the panic in your chest before you speak. They don't notice the hesitation before you hit send on a message. They don't hear the internal monologue criticizing every small action. You became good, almost too good, at creating a version of yourself that feels so safe to show. But the price of these mask is exhaustion. You spend so much energy trying not to be seen that you forget what it feels like to simply exist. You start losing track of who you really are beneath all the liars. Sometimes you wonder if people like you or the mask you have shown them. And that question alone can break your heart in ways you didn't expect. Most of the people are criticizing whenever I'm just making just mask. I'm trying to just follow the rules, but mostly sometimes we need to do the role play even we don't like it. There was a great song we just sang a black man saying the pretend. Even this song was just passing through on the Haruki Murakami's books, maybe the Norwegian Wood, or maybe the Norway no Mori. It's a Japanese name. Also, I have this great book. I'm just writing about atheism after my book has been published, which his name is I Am Losing Myself. Like similar with the Osamu Dazai, who is just like Ningen Shikaku. Essentially, it means no longer human. I'm just no longer human, or just a better idea. If you have a better idea, you can ask me. But the one thing, I am not a motivation speaker like the Rihama. She's just talking about the motivation and she's giving a lot of great speech about society. She can affect the society. She can just influence the society. But I'm not just a talker. I am a doer. That's the reason why I'm here. Just experiencing something different and just trying to influence the people. It's a better idea I have ever seen, and you can create your own tariqat and you can create your own religion place. Maybe you can be a new Buddha, maybe you can be a new Jesus Christ, maybe you can try to act like a Prop Muhammad. But in the end, people need to just trust you. Okay, the self-esteem doesn't come from a one day. Even the Rome wasn't built in a day. That's the reason why you need to just show yourself in a unique way. In the end, you need to just show a very unique perspective of yourself rather than your real self. Okay, sometimes you even need to wear a mask and just chat yourself first before chatting someone else. If you want to chat someone else, probably you need to understand, you need to believe your lies first before someone else believe on it. If you don't believe on your lies, probably the other people won't believe on you as well. In the end, we will die at all. That's the reason why you shouldn't just change your train. If you are in the wrong train, it is better to talk with the driver and say them, change the way, rather than you change your way, okay? Mostly success doesn't come you in a one day. Some people will just continue to success escalator while their arms in their pockets, okay? But some people cannot do that, okay? First, we need to just get accustomed with that issue. And after we get accept this issue, probably the life will be easier than you think. Okay? The chapter 4, insecurity in relationships. Insecurity doesn't just affect you, it affects every relationship you touch. You begin to communicate through fear rather than honesty. A delayed reply feels like rejection. A natural tone sounds like anger. A forgotten detail feels like a sign you are not important. Your brain starts writing stories before the other person even speaks. You apologize too much. You try too hard. You shrink yourself to avoid conflict. You settle for less because you don't believe you deserve more. Actually, whenever I'm just talking myself, I'm just getting to understand why I don't deserve more. Why I don't go to the Roppongi, Kabukicho, Shibuya, Shinjuku, even the places where just getting placed on the Murakami Haruki's books. Why I don't speak Chinese? Nishi Tingtong Woma, Nishi Mingbai Woma, Nikuyu Geiwo Banjuma, or Shanchuchunga. Why I cannot go to China, the other countries as well? Why I can't be a full-time content creator like the Rory Ohama? She's doing a very great job. She's traveling around the world without any efforts. I really just getting jealous of the other people's lives because they are getting money effortless. Okay, some people just earning the money without any action. They are just talkers. They are talking from morning to night, and nobody's just getting to understand the situation. Just getting a dinner after a sport. Okay. Some people just trying to speak only about the speaking. They are getting money by the speaking, and some people just going to construction work and they are working in a very hard situation. Even they don't accept their own conditions as well. Nobody wants to work in the construction, right? That's the reason why we are here. We are just trying to make the YouTube videos. And whenever I'm just making YouTube videos, not every video is just blowing up and just influencing the society. Some people nothing getting view. That's the reason why I am hating most. Even I just create the videos when nobody's caring about my videos, I feel myself very unsuccessful and I am losing my self-esteem to myself first and then others. Am I really mistake? Am I a very great mistake in my life, or should I just change the platform, or should I change my job? Okay, whenever I'm just recording YouTube videos, whenever I'm speaking about some truths, I am just jealousing of the other people's why they can get the success rather than me. Or should I just understand the situation in a very wrong way? And the otherwise, am I really unsuccessful? There are a bunch of question marks here, and the answer is very less. Even we are speaking about the questions and trying to find a solution, maybe some people trying to find a solution, it's not fairly enough, okay? Even when I'm just trying to think about my university years, I have been a lot of success about my marks, okay? I just get the 3.42 GPA before I graduate. And then I went to Taiwan just trying to study psychology, Yajo Asia University. And then I tried to go to Japan in order to just trying to get success and break my lines. But I couldn't break my life. Instead, I couldn't find a job. I just find somewhere else where is the kebab shop. And I tried to beg for a job, and the owner of the kebab shop didn't give me a job. That's the reason why I'm here just trying to make YouTube videos and collecting enough money for going to a Japan language school. Oh, there are goals here, and trying to be unique in my own perspective and trying to be different. Just carrying to so much goals, okay? That's the reason why, the success. And just break my own limits. I want to surpass my limits. That's the reason why there are a bunch of goals here, okay? Holy crappy goals! That's the reason why we are here, for breaking the lines, okay? Break your own lines. In the end, they are just a metal, okay? But we are giving a lot of meaning to this metal. Why? Because we are giving the meaning. That's the reason why, what I want to tell to you. Some people will going to away from the station, and some people will understand in that. Every shape, we are just only the meal parts, okay? We can go to the rip places and we will die in the end. People, everyone from any race, from any religion, they will go to the same place and we will meet in the end of the life. Got it? Got you. The moment you break, there comes a moment when insecurity becomes too heavy to carry quietly. You wake up one day and realize you have been living on autopilot, making choices based on fear rather than desire. You notice how small your life has become, not because you lack ambition, but because you have spent years trying not to disappoint anyone. You start to feel the cost, the opportunities you didn't take, the dreams you didn't chase, the versions of yourself you never explored. And eventually, sometimes inside you snaps, not in a dramatic way, but in a quietly painful one. You begin carving more honesty, more courage, more presence, more life. You want to stop being scared of your own existence. Okay, I'm going to say the truth, brother. Sometimes I feel lost and even I'm just scared of my own existence. Mostly we want to success anything on our lives. Some people want to be a great chess player and some people want to be famous and some people wants to go a place very quiet and some people wants to create their own business. And not everyone can able to do that. Not any of us capable of that. That's the reason why some people just getting to success and they are just earning the self-esteem and they feel themselves very successful, very courageful. But some people are losing their meanings. They are disappointing about their lives. Maybe they have let down in their lives, while some of the people just getting to success quickly, immediately on the spot. Despite of everything, the one side is suffering. They have a lot of agonies. Maybe there's something rather here gloomy. Even the England people like the gloomy as a word. Like the world isn't equal for everyone else. Some people getting to self-esteem quickly, while some of them not. Because if you have born in India, your life is really sucks, brother. You cannot get the self-esteem in a one day when you compare yourself to England one. Okay, the race, the religion are also important factors here. We cannot deny it. I want to demo the truth. Okay. The other thing, the journey forward isn't about becoming confident overnight. It's about slowly choosing yourself, even in a teeny ways. Choosing to speak, choosing to try, choosing to take up space, choosing not to disappear. Healing begins the moment you decide you deserve more than you fear. Sometimes we are not happy with our own place. Some people not happy in their job and some people not happy in their school. That's the reason why we shouldn't fear about it. We shouldn't hesitate. We shouldn't just listen the song of Aimer, like refrain. You know, do you like the Japanese songs? Like, for example, for instance, such as Aimer, Aimyon, Aimer, Morigordo. That's the reason why I really like the Japanese songs. I'm listening every day and I feel myself very isolated from society. It doesn't even matter even you're just wearing your headphones and trying to wake up every day, just tidying up your bed and trying to listen Japanese songs. 日本語がわかるんでしょうか？日本語がわかっているでしょうか？なんで日本語をそんなに聞きたいなのでしょうか？ Even just studying the languages, you are a someone what you do every day. That's the reason why we are turning into the someone what we do most. If you are just studying languages, that's your personality, your identification can be replaceable with the languages. If you like to talk about the sociology, maybe psychology, you can just keep continue. You can maintain your station and then you become a great therapist. In the end, every time is different. Even in Turkey, there was a new law announced. If you are just working as a waiter for 6 years, maybe guardian as a 6 year, you can just change to a police. You can change your status. Even your social class can changeable if you believe in the system. Okay, that's a very great and complicated that marks and questions and stations. The chapter 6, learning to exist without fear. Healing insecurity doesn't look like confidence. It looks like small steps that feel uncomfortable at first. Speaking even when your voice shakes. setting boundaries even when it feels rude, saying no without apologizing 20 times, allowing yourself to make mistakes without punishing yourself forever. The insecurity in our lives comes from the stress, even we are just judging ourselves. Even I have uploaded 700 videos and I have 2,000 followers. I'm just thinking about the situation, but I am still continue. Why? Because I believe that someday I will change my destiny, and I wouldn't be forsaken to my fate. If you want to change your fate, destiny, and your about the worldview, maybe the God's will, you need time and you need energy, and sometimes we can call it luck. If you are lucky enough, probably you shouldn't be sneaky and you shouldn't be misfit with the society. You can do the things on your own. That's the best way I can recommend to you. You begin to realize that the world doesn't end when you show the true self. People don't suddenly hate you. Your world doesn't crumble because of one awkward moment. Life doesn't collapse when someone disagrees with you. Slowly, insecurity loses its power, not because it disappears, but because you stop letting it make decisions for you. You start setting yourself the way others always say you: capable, thoughtful, genuine. You realize the voice in your head was never telling the truth. It was echoing old fears that no longer belong to your presence. You shouldn't just be fear anything of existence in this world, because you need to fear of yourself, not the other things. If you fear something else, probably you cannot change it. And if you just speak with the truth, if you just go more forward to your fear, you can win against it, even without scaring of it. Because sometimes when we are just scaring something, mostly in our brain is making the situation bigger and bigger. Even a little or teeny issue being a big issue when you are thinking about it. If you don't think about it as an issue, probably it feels its value. And that's the reason why I'm just speaking to you. Just thinking about the situation won't give you any solution, right? That's the reason why you need to just make a simple solutions rather than just complaining about the issues or the disappointments or the affairs, okay? The affairs won't just get solved in a one day or in a night. That's the reason why you need to just struggle with them, understand with them. If you don't solve your fears, or if you don't solve the question marks, probably they cannot end up with the dots, or they cannot end up with the comma. Okay? That's the reason why, or a basic reason, you need to keep fighting in the battlefield till you get lost. Otherwise, you can just withdraw by the battlefield, but I won't give you any recommending for it, because it is better to fight when you became alone and when you're just fighting alone. That's the mostly you can do the things by yourself. Nobody will come up and just help you and give you a hand like the Maradona made it. Maradona, when the Maradona make a goal, he said, "It wasn't me, it was a God's hand." But in the first, you can analyze and understand that it wasn't a God's hand, it was the Maradona's hand. That's the reason why sometimes you need to just wear a mask and say the things you are not doing. Do the things, show the things you are not doing in the real life sometimes. If you make it excessively, probably people will going to hate you. You need to just keep the balance. Keep the middle in a properly, okay? In a proper way. If you don't do things properly, probably someone else will going to come up and hate from you. Maybe hate you. Yeah, people will going to come up and hate you. You learn to exist without constantly apologizing for taking up space. You learn to breathe without waiting for permission. You learn that you are allowed to exist fully, loudly, and honestly, and that realization alone is powerful enough to reverberate your entire life. Like the Boku Dake ga Inai Machi reversion. It's a very great ability. Even the people some people will come up and hate you. But you need to get used to it because you cannot make everyone satisfied. And you need to find your own peace in this life.
Sana da bir Shinjuku, Roppongi,